If you were born into the Jehovah Witness organization or you spent any significant amount of time inside of it and you're wondering why you can't reach your potential or why success just hasn't been able to be in your grasp, what keeps tripping you up? What keeps stopping you? Why can't you get over that hump? You're going to want to hear this. I'll play that again. Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? Oh, how am I doing? I feel terrific. Now let's just get right to the video. A lot of people that were raised Jehovah Witnesses, they're wondering why they just can't get over the hump. I know I have. I still do. Like, it's still a problem for me, but I'm able to work it out in a lot of ways because I know the keys in order to get around it. Because it always comes down to the brainwashing that we received growing up. Now, if you're wondering what's keeping you back, well, and because a lot of people wonder that because they see other people like their age and they're like, yo, if they can do it, why can't I? What's so different about them? And it's not really about them. It's not something that they're like they have internally that you don't. Well, it is kind of, but all right, let me just explain it. Let me just put it like this. When you were raised a Jehovah's Witness, compared to like somebody who wasn't raised a Jehovah's Witness, you have inside of you an overactive brain. Like your brain is on another level. Like most people, when they get issues and problems, their brain doesn't really help them get out the problems normally. Your brain is really good for trying to get you to stay away from anything that's not safe or something that it's not used to. All things new really drives the brain crazy. Like if you're doing a job and something, they change your job up, like, well, instead of doing this, we're going to do this now. We're going to do it this way. A lot of the times people really fight against it at first, especially the first couple weeks, because it's like their brain is like, what do you mean we got to do something new? What's wrong with the old way? You know what I mean? Because your brain, it doesn't live in current times. Your brain lives back in the days where humans used to get hunted. That's the time your brain still thinks we live in. And back then, whenever you try something new, if your water hole was perfectly normal and you tried to go to a new water hole, your brain be like, what are you doing? Why are you going over there? It could be bears over there. Why are you trying to go to this new water hole? Let's stick with what's here where we know it's safe. And it's like that with everything now because your brain is constantly trying to keep you from trying things that could possibly derail your safety. You know what I mean? And that's problematic because when people are trying to gain success, you have to do things that you're not used to be successful. Success lies in uncomfortability. Success lies where people can't easily get to it, because if people could easily get to it, everybody would be successful. So it's just not something that you can get to easily, and your brain is not going to help you. Now, the problem is that when you grow up as the Jehovah's Witness, your brain is like 1,000 times worse than like your normal human. Because when your normal human grow up, they get like, if you don't do the right thing, you'll get in trouble, or, something bad could happen, But it's not always the worst possibility. It's like something bad could happen, or you can make decisions, or you'll get set back, or you have to do it over again. That's usually like the worst case scenario for people who grew up outside the organization. But you got to remember, when you grew up as a Jehovah Witness, it was always do what we say or what we advise or die. It was always that. When you're in school and you got some friends that's worldly, oh, you can't be friends with worldly kids. You're going to lose your life. Jehovah going to kill you. Oh, if you take that job and you start making all that money and you start missing meetings, then Jehovah going to kill you. If you start watching rated R movies, next thing you know, it's going to influence your mind and your thoughts, and you're going to start doing stuff you ain't supposed to, and Jehovah going to kill you. Like, it was always your death. It was always the worst case scenario. So your mind is in a constant fight or flight mode that's different than anybody else, because you don't have room for mistakes. You don't have room to try different things and feel like, if it don't work out, I'll be okay. Because when you grew up as a Jehovah Witness, it was always death. That was the bad. Like, it was always the worst case scenario presented to you. So it made it really difficult for your brain to like recognize a situation and feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, if you're not in a position of personal, like just peacefulness, if you can't reach that peacefulness that's inside of you, then you can't be productive. It's extremely hard to be productive and be creative and be the person that you need to be in order to become to become successful. Because if you're constantly like, oh man, what am I gonna do if I don't do everything perfectly, I could die. Like, even if you left the organization and you don't feel that way no more, the fact that you spent so much time believing that, or so much time being told that it may be deep inside of your mind and you can't reach it, but it's affecting you still, and it's affecting your decisions and your ability to be successful. So what you have to do, the key to beating brainwashing, is always your consciousness. Your consciousness is the master key over brainwashing. Now, it sounds easy. It is not. To just let your consciousness just override everything. But that's what it is. Your consciousness is the override key to anything brainwashing that could have happened to you. Now, let's put it like this. If you're going into a new situation, right? You've never done it before. There is like a certain unknown danger to it, just something like that, right? Your brain is gonna say, "Yo, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. You can hurt yourself. This could go extremely bad. You could lose all your money. You could lose your freedom. Like, why not just do stuff that you'll be safe around?" That's the way that your brain is trying to keep you safe, But your consciousness is saying, well, I can do this. I know I could do this. And I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to make a conscious decision to do this. I'm going to push back all those thoughts and all those threats and stuff like that. And even if I do get it wrong, I'm not going to let my brain say, see, well, I told you was going to get it wrong. No, I am going to do my best to focus and try to get this thing right and be successful. Because whenever you let your consciousness decide for you over your brain, that's when you can beat the brainwashing. That's when you can truly beat the brainwashing. Because when the Jehovah Witnesses go after you, when they're attacking you, they attack your brain. Because they know if they can get your brain, they can get your consciousness, they can get your body. Those are the three things that make you, you. Your brain, your body, and your consciousness. That's you. That's your makeup. That's what makes you, you. You understand? Like, your body is what interacts with the world. You can jump, fall, taste, laugh, cry. Like, your body is able to interact with the world that way. Your brain is your computer that runs the body, tells your body what to do and how to do it, and puts the coding in for everything else you need. But your consciousness is you. That's the thing that makes you, the decision maker, the final decision maker. It's your consciousness. So if you can control your consciousness, if you can guide your consciousness and mold it to do the things you want to really do, if you're able to push down those thoughts and push them to the side and say, no, this is not what I want to do, this is what I want to do, and then do that and be able to consistently do that, then you could be successful. Then you could really be happy. It's just a little bit harder because you were attacked by a vicious cult that went after you mentally hard. So once you're able to mentally take back that power, then you could be the person you always want to be. The person you always dreamed of being, you could do it. And I know you can do it because you're ExJw. And ExJws are the best. Anyway, it's your boy Jay the Comedian. I hope y'all have a great day. I'm having a great day. Holla at your guala. Deuces.